So I'm kind of starting you out in the middle of this adventure here. I'm in Georgia, actually on Jekyll Island, which is definitely one of my favorite places. I was doing some reading online and came across an article about some gun carriages from 1898 on the island. Some were actually buried in the woods. They were installed during the Spanish-American War, and then the cannons themselves were removed in 1900. Those huge carriages have been sitting in the woods all this time, and they were only discovered or rediscovered in the 1960s. From what I understand, very few people know that they're even out here, and even fewer know how to find them. Apparently there is a trail that leads out to them, but all I found are a bunch of small trails that fade away and become woods. And I had my mountain bike, and I've ditched the bike by now because I got tired of dragging it through the woods. Oh, I think I found them. Look at this. They are way bigger than I thought they were going to be. What an amount of history this is. Wow. Since 1898, sitting back here deep in the woods. An interesting fact that I read online is that these are actually of Civil War era time, but they were reused during the Spanish-American War. If you were to clear the ground, you could still see the area where the wheels would roll, so they could direct the cannon. Yeah, this is a better view of the track that the wheels would have rolled on. The only time you ever see this usually is at an old fort that's been restored and painted and looking pristine. And this is so interesting to see. So for anybody who knows a lot about these type of guns and this history, they were likely 10-inch Rodman guns. I read that each of these emplacements were equipped to mount both 100 and 200 pounder muzzle loading seacoast artillery, and in parentheses it says ridiculously big guns for coastal use. Says the guns themselves are long gone. The government ordered them removed soon after the Spanish Pacific Squadron was defeated in the Battle of Manila Bay. And they stand at almost, the top is almost 6 feet, I think. Yeah, I'm about 6 feet. They're just slightly taller than me. And to give you an idea how wide they are, this is my arm, so probably 30-something inches. Pretty wide. So you might be asking yourself, why did they install cannons deep in the woods? Well, they didn't. At the time, they were installed actually on the beach. But the way the currents work around Jekyll Island, the sand keeps getting deposited on the south side of the island, growing it, making it longer. So we are, from what I've read, it's like 800 feet from the beach through dense forest. The platform that they're sitting on looks like it's just very quickly poured cement. Interesting how these trees are here. Look at this one. Growing right out of the platform. These were certainly not here back then. This tree is quite large and has grown directly in the front of this one. So that's also a testament to time. This would be a cool thing for all you historians out there have this in your living room. Quite a conversation piece, I'd say. This is thick steel. This is probably going to be here for some time. Look at this. Look at this. Like a old school cotter pin. There are rumors online about someone who says that they discovered 2 more somewhere on the island, but they were unable to relocate them. So there could possibly be 2 more somewhere deep in these woods, but who knows if that's true. I mean, there's a lot of woods back here, but in my opinion, probably unlikely that no one would have found them by now, at least. This one has a very different setup here. Pretty cool looking. We are directly across from Cumberland Island, Georgia, which also had gun emplacements, and they most likely were here to protect the harbor and the mainland. However, Jekyll Island was very famous for many powerful millionaires back then, and these could have been just a deterrent so the Spanish didn't try to invade through this island. Who knows? And once the war ended, these guns were removed from these emplacements, never having seen any action at all. And here they sit since 1898. Now, having these cannons here, obviously there needed to be a magazine to hold the ammunition and also shelter for people to be out here. Obviously there's no reason to have guns like this out here if no one's out here to man them. So there probably would have been some sort of shelter, but likely that was torn down or has just disintegrated. It was probably just made of wood. And who knows? I mean, maybe out here one day somebody will find some cannonballs or something. I don't know. I mean, this might be a great place to trek through the woods with a metal detector or something. There could be more stuff out here. Who knows? All right, so now I have to go and find my bike. I have a general idea where it is. I probably should have marked it, but I didn't. So onward to find my bike. I probably should have marked it somehow because I have no idea where this thing is. I'm just trekking through the woods. I know it's out here somewhere. Looking for anything metal, shiny, or black. Oh yes, found it. There it is. I found it. All right, I'm gonna get on some trail. I gotta find a trail and get out of here. Whew, that was interesting. Hope you liked it. See you in the next video. Woo!